Carter Mazur makes his Red Wings debut and is placed on IR after 2 shifts. Welcome to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast.
Welcome back to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. We are brought to you by the Hockey Podcast Network, and we are sponsored by DraftKings. I am one of your hosts, Connor.
And I am the other host, Kyle. We are a show brought to you by the fans, for the fans. We are looking to get Griffins Nation stronger, build the community. We are not experts. We are just Griffins season ticket members. We watch a lot of hockey games, and we like to get the information out as fast as it happens.
And we also like to give away free stuff to Griffins fans and get a lot of other people involved in the Griffins. We currently have a Cross Hanas poster and signed puck that we're giving away. You can find it in our featured sections on all of our social medias. Like and follow us, and you can get an entry on every social media, so you can get up to 5 entries into the drawing. So like us, follow us on everything, comment your favorite player in the section, and yeah, you can get some cool stuff here following our podcast.
We'll be talking about Carter Mazur later in this episode. Obviously, that was a big deal for the Red Wings, and turns out it's going to be a bigger deal for the Grand Rapids Griffins here. But before we dive into these big topics, we got to cover a couple little things going around Grand Rapids. The Grand Rapids Rampage are possibly returning.
And I just love their logo, man. They got one of the coolest logos in all football, I think. I mean, it's the red rhino pretty much, and I always remember thinking their jerseys were pretty cool. And it was always a fun time going to a Rampage game. I just wish they'd kind of affiliate them with, like, you know how the AHL is for the NHL. I wish, like, the Lions had an affiliate down here. I wish the Rampage were an affiliate.
Yeah, that would be really cool. And this isn't a arena football league anymore. It's a gridiron football league. So the fact that they're coming back, super cool thing. And what is coming back to the Van Andel Arena for the first time in 10, 15 years, we got the red versus white game. And that's going to be super exciting for us here. I know a lot of the Griffin season ticket members are going to be very pleased with their opportunity to go see the prospects right in our hometown here.
And not just the prospects, you got the top Detroit Red Wings players also. You get to see Simon Edvinsson come back, Mochi Sider come back, you know. It's going to be an absolute blast.
Yeah, it's a huge opportunity for us, and, you know, I'll be there in Grand Rapids.
Trade deadline was actually a very underwhelming trade deadline. Joe Veleno departs Detroit, and we receive Peter Mrazek and Craig Smith. Peter Mrazek, obviously, Grand Rapids Griffins, the first Grand Rapids Griffins goalie to ever win a Calder Cup here. So that's very cool to have. I mean, have him return to the organization he was drafted to. But I believe he would have to clear waivers to come down to Grand Rapids, but I don't know. It's just a weird situation because just like we were talking in our last episode, Billy Husso we just got rid of because it was biting into Sebastian Cosa's time. And yeah, what do you got to say about that, man?
You know, it is a weird situation. Maybe it's a reinforcements because Jack Campbell hasn't turned out the way we thought he would, as he's like 2-7-1 now, and it just seems like nights have not gone well for the Griffins when he's been in net. So maybe it's a shot on Jack Campbell to get some influence there, but I think really it's a shot on Alex Lyon to start competing for that backup job. And I don't know if one of them would end up getting sent back down. I think we talked about waivers would be a little bit unrealistic for either one of them to clear. So maybe this goaltender room takes a turn quicker than we think.
Yeah, it's never bad to throw some new competition into the room, and a dude who's definitely familiar with the system. So
yeah, we lose a Griffin with Veleno, and we gain an ex-Griffin with Mrazek. So
all right, yeah. Well, that should get us into the division standings. So the Grand Rapids Griffins have played 57 games. They have won 29 games, 22 losses, 4 overtime losses, and 2 shootout losses for 64 points. We've been really struggling lately. Obviously, we got Carter Mazur going up. He got injured, so that's really going to affect us big time here. I mean, we were really counting on him to be one of our big gun scorers down here, but he may be out for a season now. That's a big bummer. So now we're looking to Nate Danielson, Amadeus Lombardi, Austin Watson, Sheldon Dries,
Joe Snively.
Joe Snively, and Shine's up in Detroit right now. So that's another. So it's like losing 2 of your top guns, really.
Yeah, not a lot of defensemen to lean on here, too. So if someone starts going down defensively, we're in a rough spot. So to get through the division here, we got Milwaukee Admirals on the top. They have 69 points. Texas Stars, number 2, with 67 points. Grand Rapids Griffins in third with 64 points. Chicago Wolves in fourth with 61 points. Rockford Ice Hogs in fifth with 54 points. Iowa Wild in sixth with 44 points. And Manitoba Moose in seventh with 44 points.
So the Manitoba Moose have been starting to win. They tied the Iowa Wild. The Iowa Wild have started to fall. And those are the 2 teams that are not in the playoffs right now. Top 5 teams in the Central Division make the playoffs. So those teams are both a ways out, 10 points out.
And it's in the last 10 games, we got Rockford Ice Hogs is the hottest team in this division right now with 7-3-0-0. And that's a team we haven't seen in a minute, and we're going to be seeing them before the end of the season here. Be ready, Grand Rapids. Moving on to the league standings now.
So the Lavelle Rocket are in first place. Second place, you got the Hershey Bears. Third place, you got the Rochester Americans. Fourth place, you got the Colorado Eagles. So the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins in fifth place. In sixth place, the Coachella Valley Firebirds. Seventh place, the Province Bruins.
Yeah, big log jam in the middle from seventh to fourth place. Everyone with 70 points. So Griffin's not too far out of this, as no one really has a huge lead coming down the stretch here. We really just got to win some games to get back on top of this. So let's go into the league point leaders.
So for points in that whole AHL, we got Andrew Podorowski from the San Jose Barracudas, 61 points.
Yeah, Chris Terry really been tearing it up.
Former Griffin.
As of right now, he is on the Bridgeport Islanders now. No longer a Chicago Wolf.
And then Mate Blamel, our foe there in Texas. We just got a good feeling of him in the past couple duel against the midweek Texas battle. Then we got
Billy Koivunen and Seth Griffin all tied with the Blumel at 52 points for the top 5 there. Then moving on to the league goal leaders.
Yep, we got Alex Steves for the Toronto Marlies in 31 goals already. That's insane. Then you got Mate Blamel with 27 goals from Texas. You got Isaac Rosen from Rochester Americans with 26, tied with Matthew Pika from Springfield Thunderbirds with 26, and Rory Kernans from the Calgary Wranglers with 26, and Johnny Nyman from the Coachella Valley Firebirds with 26. And yeah, that's a big 4-way tie there for third. So yeah, it's a high scoring league this year in the AHL. I mean, people are already getting to the 30 goal mark almost.
Yeah, and a tight race at the end here, just as with the standings. So Grand Rapids point leaders. Joe Snively has finally taken the lead here, tying Shine with his absence. at 37, as he has been a steady contributor all year for this Grand Rapids team.
Yep, and then we got Austin Watson, Sheldon Dries right in there, and then we got Nate Danielson, the rookie with the most points. Got 30. Amadeus Lombardi's got 23. Tuamisa's got 24. Shai Boom, impressive 20.
Yeah, I really like seeing Tuamisto and William up here on this list. So going into goal leaders.
So Joe Snively leads the Grand Rapids Griffins in goal scoring with 20 goals, followed closely by Sheldon Dries, who is the former goal leader. And then Austin Watson with 13, Amadeus Lombardi with 12 goals in 29 games. So he's looking like he's on the best pace. Has 0.79 points per game. So impressive stats there by Lombardi. And then Dominic Shine in 5th place with 11 goals.
Other than the veterans here, we could use some scoring. Lombardi cannot do it all himself here. So we've had some help from Cross Hanas and a little bit of help from Gabriel Seeger, and we'd like to see everyone step up here and contribute late. That being said, we can go ahead and get into our hot and cold.
So in this segment, we like to pick one player who's hot, one player who's cold. We like to randomly generate a jersey number, and match it with a jersey, and then we place that player on a scale of hot to cold. So for hot, we have Cross Hanas. He's got 3 goals in his last 5 games and a game-winning shootout goal. He's really stepped up here lately with all our top gun guys going away with more ice time. He's been really good. He's done some really good moves on some crazy, like got through 3 dudes on one play, scored a goal. Like he's got a really good shot and he can utilize that more. I think he can do a lot better. But yeah, he's been hot lately. He's played 50 games for 9 goals with 6 assists and 15 points with a +1. So good seeing him not be such a defensive liability like some of the other players. You want to take care of Cold, Cal?
Yeah, Tim Gettinger will be cold this week. 1 assist in 16 games and -7 along the way. Really started hot this season after he came back from an injury about mid-season, and just, yeah, we were looking forward to having him, and it just seems like we haven't seen the production since. So 4 goals, 6 assists in 38 games. Got 10 points, but he's -8. So really looking to see Tim Gettinger step back up and be a leader for this team.
Agreed. So we got random number generator. We got Shai Boom.
Yeah, Shai Boom with 20 points on the season. Scored his first goal the other day against Manitoba. Really exciting to see him do that, as we've all been waiting for it all season. And yeah, just about time, you know. He's had so many shots on net this year and finally found it. So congrats to Shai Boom. And 19 assists to compete with some of the best on the team. So
Yeah, I feel like he's looking like the more premier prospect down here in GR right now. For defense, I think Will Maunder has been a little underwhelming. I think Tuamisto started hot, but he's be up there with Boom. Rafferty's an older guy, a veteran guy. I just think Buem's looked the best.
I agree. So I'd put Boom in hot.
Let's get into DraftKings.
This NHL season has been predictable as a puck rolling on its edge. No one knows where it's going. That just means there's time for your favorite team to figure things out, and games left for you to get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NHL. It's super easy for first timers to get started. Try betting on something simple like picking a team to win. Go to the DraftKings Sportsbook app, select your team, and place your first bet. And if you are new to DraftKings, listen up. New customers bet $5 to get $150 in bonus bets instantly. Download the DraftKings Sports app now and use code THPN. That's code THPN for new customers to get $150 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. In New York, call 877-8-HOPENY or text HOPENY 467-369. In Connecticut, help is available for problem gambling. Call 888-78-97777 or visit ccpg.org. Please play responsibly on behalf of Boot Hill Casino, Resort, and Kansas. 21 plus age and eligibility varies by jurisdiction. Void in Ontario. New customers only. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. NHL and the NHL Shield are registered trademarks of the National Hockey League. NHL and NHL team marks are the property of the NHL and its teams. Copyright NHL 2025. All rights reserved.
Welcome back to the Griffins Pipeline. We are going to now get into our next segment, Griffins earning their wings. So in this segment, we like to talk about the Griffins who are very close to getting their Red Wings debut or have gotten their Red Wings debut, or any former Griffins alumni or things going on with Griffins who have earned their wings into the NHL. So today we're going to talk about Carter Mazur coming back, having a solid production for the Griffins, and going to get called up to the Detroit Red Wings, and his debut is ended 2 shifts in as his elbow is dislocated on a hit.
Yeah, he went for the hit. Looks like he missed it. Kind of got caught up, and yeah, that's just the worst thing that could possibly happen in front of the 300 friends and family that he had in the audience. Feel really bad for him and, everyone that was watching him. Takes a little life out of the crowd for the night, and unfortunately the Red Wings can't win the game. And I feel like he was just the missed energy that they had.
It's very, very sad to see, because that's going to greatly affect the Griffins, especially because that's going to make Shine go up, or Dries go up, or other players go up, and it's just not good. I mean, so it's like losing 2 of your top guns, and now the Griffins are going to have to struggle with scraps. So we got Danielson, who needs to step up, and we got some other guys. So Dominic Shine has also been called up to the Detroit Red Wings, and he's out there dropping gloves with dudes, getting in fights, and being a solid contributor out there. I mean, for the Grand Rapids, he's played 53 games, 11 goals, 26 assists, 37 points with a -9, but he's leading the Grand Rapids Griffins in points until he's been up in Detroit. He's been on a little bit of a slump lately, I feel, since he's been up to Detroit. I feel like he's been out there for a lot of goals, and he hasn't been doing as much special teams magic as he usually does. So
yeah, and he just hasn't found the net for the Griffins since he's been up on the Red Wings, so that's unfortunate. But yeah, that little bit of energy for the Red Wings the other night, that was good to see. Gets into the scrap, just sticking up for himself.
Yep, so that should wrap up Griffins earning their wings, and we can get into the penalty box after look at. So welcome back to the Griffins Pipeline podcast. We're about to get into our final segment of the episode, and that is the penalty box. So in this segment, we like to end the episode on a fun note. We like to throw the biggest idiot of the week into the box for a 2-minute minor, 4-minute double minor, 5-minute major, or a game misconduct. Kyle, who are you throwing into the penalty box?
Well, this week, it is the Grand Rapids Griffins event coordinator for the bus ride to Chicago, as they did not fully load the 2 buses, and season ticket members were not able to attend after the first bus filled up.
And in the past, they had 2 buses every time down to the Red Wings ones, and they were both pretty full. I'm sure there would have been plenty of people to go have fun.
Yeah, take a little of the People off the front, the first bus, slide them into the back, make a little room. People bring their coolers and such.
We went to the Ada extravaganza instead, and that was very fun. So.
Yep, and this is where they get the double minor here because we got to have Crash shoot at our net. We got to have Buckets shoot at our net.
And no Griff.
Unfortunately, Griff could not make it. So.
Yeah, and that's what I'm going to throw in for my penalty box. So the Ada extravaganza, it's one of the best. It's like a expo. And Crash was there, the gold was there. Why wasn't there any Griffins represented there? I just think it'd be better to have all, like, if you're going to have the other two, you might as well have the Griffins there. I'm sure Griff and Finn were busy doing something else, but it would have been nice to have them guys out there. But yeah, so I'm going to throw him in for 2 minutes. He's going to throw him in for 2 minutes and have fun in the box.
That should wrap us up for this episode. We will look forward to seeing you soon at Van Andel Arena. Coming up, we have Hartford Wolfpack coming to Grand Rapids for a Winning Wednesday event. Make sure you get your tickets to that. Take them to the booth. Take them to the box office after we win. Because, we got to win this one. Got to, right?
Have to.
So Hartford Wolfpack, if we win, take your tickets to the box office, and you'll get tickets to the next Wednesday, which will be the 26th in Texas, against Texas.
Yep. And then this weekend, we got the Purple game against Milwaukee Admirals. And a away game at Rockford against the Rockford Ice Hogs on Saturday. So if you're not at the game, watch the game. Until next time, go Griffins.
Go Griffins.
Thank you for listening to the Griffins Pipeline Podcast. If you enjoyed the show, give us a 5-star review. We are part of the Hockey Podcast Network. We are not partnered with the Grand Rapids Griffins, Detroit Red Wings, or Toledo Walleye. We are not experts. We are just die-hard fans looking to make a community with others alike. Let's go Griffins Nation. Join the fun, like, and follow us on Facebook and X, or call into the show and have your opinion heard 1-616-319-1175. Thank you. Grand Rapids Griffins, Toledo Walleye, and Detroit Red Wings. Players, coaches, websites, and social media. Thank you AHL.com, NHL.com, ETL.com, EliteProspects.com, and anyone else putting out information on the teams. Until next time, go Griffins. Go Red Wings, go Walleye.